Sahara,
Hello.
are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Are you steady?
I am steady.
So let's go.
Let's go. Hello again. This is Sahara Basnet, and you're listening to Radio Nagarik 96.5, and the program is The Select.
She's been like really generous and humble for her, to spend the time here at the studios of Radio Nag 96.5. She's quite busy actually, eh?
A bit, yes.
Yeah, it was like really hard to get her time. But then who's not, right?
Yeah,
I mean, like,
true.
yes. And she's very sweet. And I was actually checking out the graph on my computer, उहाँको voice graphs, and it actually suits to be a very good RJ.
Ooh.
Yeah.
With career prospects for me.
Yeah, nice ones. Like,
Yeah.
you're talented.
I'm gonna consider.
You're very talented. All right. So, Sarah,
Yes.
you say basically this program is all about your playlist, and I see a varied songs that you're about to play
Yes.
for our listeners and for your own listeners too.
Yes.
You know? So, how did all these songs come up?
Well, I just wanted to link all the songs to
Uh-huh.
at least one of the experiences I've had. So I thought of happy times and sad times. So all of that combined, mixed with my emotions, I chose the songs.
So, like, what is life after Miss Nepal? You say, "मैले direct सोधिहालेँ,
Ah.
like just getting out of the box of playlist.
Life after Miss Nepal is good. It's less hectic, but I have time to explore myself and see what I want to do in life. So it's
And
good.
Have you figured it out? अब चाहिँ
No.
के गर्ने होइन? Next step भनेर?
Not yet,
Because
but
you guys have been traveling so much during
Ah.
the year, and even after Miss Nepal, you've been traveling so much. I mean, traveling has been one of the
biggest part.
biggest part of your life so far, recently. So, do you intend to have a job that will allow you to travel more and more, or like is it like too hectic? Okay, अहिले चाहिँ होइन जस्तो.
No, traveling is definitely hectic, but it is one of the best experiences
Mhm.
ever because when you travel, you actually know more about yourself. So hopefully, whatever I choose, it will have more traveling in it, but not too much also because it is quite hard to
Mhm.
manage.
So, what does your family say? Like, अब break लिन लागेको छु भन्दाखेरि, like, what does your family say? Or how is your family? I mean, I've read your interviews, like, even like the greatest support in a family is your family, and
Yeah.
Especially your dad,
Oh, yeah.
who's been there. Like, I read that interview
Oh,
of
you
yours.
did, huh?
Yes, I did,
Yeah.
and I actually remember, like, not every daughter is blessed
Yeah.
with such family,
True.
So, like, what do you have to say on that? Like, what is the family like? कस्तो उहाँहरूले चाहिँ कस्तो support गरिराख्नु भएको छ तपाईँलाई?
I mean, it's quite a shocker, especially because I'm from a military background, so my dad was in the army. So for him to be so supportive of beauty pageant is quite a blessing. So they support me no matter what I do.
Mhm.
They just want me to be happy and choose whatever path that makes me happy. So that's their primary concern.
Mhm. So you've got any prospect that in life that okay यो पछि चाहिँ म यो गर्छु चाहिँ त्यस्तो हुन्छ किनकि a lot of I see a lot of students actually going rogue अब के गर्ने त भनेर.
Yeah. The thing I'm struggling with now is a specific plan, but I've always realized what my
You
actual
sort of
passion
map out
was. Yeah.
the thing. So what are you passionate
No,
about?
mapping out is the thing I have, like
Okay.
precise mapping out. But I've always been interested in social work. I've
Mhm.
always had my social work organization with me, which is still running. And going to Miss Nepal, it really made me realize how much I'm geared towards helping others. So whatever I do, I just want to make sure that I use the kind of skills I have, the special talents I have with myself, enhance that and use it to benefit others. So I'm still figuring out which path I should take career wise, but all I know is that I'm going to end up in the kind of place where I am benefiting somebody else.
Okay,
A lot of
that's a
people
very
actually, yeah.
noble thought of yours.
Yeah,
and
that's the plan.
that's why she reached where she is, and she actually represented the country in Philippines too. So
Yeah.
what was the experience like, representing Nepal in such big international platform?
It was amazing. Oh my god. It was so good. I mean, when I reached there, I realized how great our country is, because a lot of people actually knew about Nepal. It wasn't somewhere like nobody had
Mhm.
ever heard of. So people actually knew about Nepal, and they really respected us and our religion, and they love the fact that I like our country may not be so developed, but like we have been groomed in such a way that we are outspoken and we can go to a platform and represent ourselves. So everyone was very impressed by that. There were people from other countries who were still shy and couldn't speak, but I was really proud of the fact that I am actually an average Nepali girl in terms of speaking, and yet I was stood out there because I was in certain ways better than other people when it came to speaking, and I knew that I was only average in Nepal. So I was very proud of the fact that Nepali women are so forward.
So do you think, like, in upcoming years or so, or maybe this year, I know we've got promising ladies this year too. So do you think that we'll be able to grab the international title that we've been longing for so much?
I think one of the main reasons we've not been able to grab that title is the time frame. Nepal started its footstep in pageantry very late. We had problems with even Miss Nepal, like there were protests and things like that. So I think that the biggest thing is that the time gap happened. I mean, Miss Universe is just starting this year, whereas when I told my pageant friends that Miss Universe is starting from this year in Nepal, they were actually quite shocked because they had been going for years. So it's just the experience that's lacking from our part, but I know with time we'll catch up, and I think in a few years it's gonna happen. I don't know about this year or next year, but I know that we're gonna get there because we're definitely qualified for it. All we need is more experience, and that'll come with time.
So let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yes.
That is Miss Sahara Basnet, and yes, she's represented the country. She's actually really bubbly. I've enjoyed my time with her in the studio, and yes, this is just about it, Anta.
Yes.
We'll probably catch you up later. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching. Cheers. Have a nice day.